I got drafted in the 5th round.
I was drafted in the 1st round.
5th round. 4th round.
The 6th round.
1st round, 5th pick.
With the 5th selection in the 1st round of the 2008 first-year player draft, the San Francisco Giants select Gerald D. Posey.
The San Francisco Giants select Brian Reynolds.
Joe Penn, Christian Arroyo.
That was a pretty special day.
I had the whole team there, my family and friends.
San Francisco Giants select Tyler.
It was just one of those surreal moments.
You know, just to make that dream come true and to make it come true by the team that I've watched my whole life.
There's great players that come all up and down the draft. It's really up to you what you want to make of it once you get that opportunity.
I don't care if you're drafted in the 1st or the 50th. What matters is what happens when you get in the system. Are you going to put in the work? Do you have the drive? And are you going to make the necessary adjustments to do what you have to do to get to the next level?
Big curveball, skied into center field for Parker. Jeremy Affeldt is going to get one last ovation from this great crowd here at AT&T Park.
Leaving the field for the last time was a moment I'll never forget. But it was not my moment alone. As I stepped off the mound, I thought of all the coaches, the trainers, my teammates, the endless list of people that helped me achieve my greatest dream. The dream all baseball players share. To be amongst the 10%.
So what would you say if someone told you you had a 10% chance of making it to the big leagues?
I'd say it's better than 0.
8 minutes or less. Here we go.
Since 1871, less than 20,000 players have earned the right to take the field as a major league player. For these prospects, fresh from the draft and new to the Giants system, the dream is worth the chase.
You know the odds when you start playing baseball, and when you start playing competitively and actually think that you have a shot at making it, I think you know the odds are slim, but that doesn't stop you from trying.
When you love something, you got to fight for what you love. So whether it's, the game and wanting to be the best, you got to fight for that.
I'm here for a reason, and I need to show the guys in the front office what I can do. It's pretty awesome. You get a really very small taste of what it would be like to be a big leaguer, and I think just that motivation in itself, getting to be here for a week, is definitely something that'll get us through a lot of days.
They don't want to be the other 90%. They're going to be part of that 10%, get there, and they just have to believe it. They have to believe in themselves, have good support systems, trust the people around them that are trying to look out for them, and just deep down believe it.
We're at 17 minutes. Stay to the left. It looks like it's easier than climbing. Right here? You guys want to switch? No, we're good. There's a long ways to go. All right.
The long journey through the minor leagues. Daunting, relentless, a constant uphill battle.
Hey, baby. Nice work.
A path full of challenges, setbacks, and moments of uncertainty that push players beyond their limits.
The minor league journey is something that takes a special person to get through.
It's a grind, so you really have to stay mentally strong.
You can probably count on both hands the guys who are way above the rest of us. I mean, they're going to get there because of how talented they are, but the rest of them, it's really who works the hardest.
It's a matter of kind of understanding yourself, understanding how you can get better and what your weaknesses are, what your strengths are.
Obviously, everyone at this level is very talented. I think it just kind of goes into their own hands as far as how hard you want to work to make it to the big leagues.
Get it, Albert.
You look at the amount of minor league teams, amount of minor league players, and the number of spots there are on a big league roster. It's very competitive. For a lot of guys, they've always had success in high school. They've hit 500 in high school or college. They've always been the best player on the team. So when you get to the minor leagues, you're going to have your down moments, and that's what this game is about. It's about failure.
The game of failure at a new intensity. Mix that with long seasons, long road trips, the endless grind, all taking a physical and mental toll.
It's not a glorious lifestyle, but it's something that baseball players understand that they have to go through. It's part of the process. It's part of the journey, and sometimes the journey can be even more gratifying than the destination.
Yeah, you've got to be willing to put in the time, and it makes it all the more special when you are able to make it up.
When we were a kid, and we used to hear people talking about New York, and anywhere in the world we thought it was across this ocean here. Incredible. There is something in this country that I call a disease of baseball that runs in the blood of the Dominican.
For dreams to take flight, they must be given wings. Keeping with their long-standing history in the Dominican Republic, the Giants have advanced their commitment to the country's most beloved sport.
In Dominican, everybody, the dream to play the Major League Baseball. Before we sign, we play in the street. We grow up to play with fake ball, fake bat, fake glove.
30 Major League players came from a place there was no ballpark.
In the heart of the Dominican, the Giants have created the Felipe Alou Baseball Academy, a state-of-the-art facility to cultivate the raw talent throughout Latin America.
I think this is a very special new type of facility for sports, you know. Oh, man. You don't see things like that everywhere in the world. Thank God I live to see all of this, you know, in my country.
We don't have a lot of things, we just have dreams. So after they made a complex there, so now we put together the dream and all those things they have to teach us.
Ven back, pero quédate bajito, mueve la mano, mueve la mano, mueve la mano. Let's go. Let's go. Vamos.
Now that we have that complex in the Dominican where we can now take the consistency of what we're offering at the big league level, not only into our minor leagues, but also into the Dominican, it helps younger 16-year-old players get better faster because they're getting the same type of instruction, the same type of opportunity, same type of facilities that will help give them an edge from a development standpoint, which will only make our system stronger.
The strength of the system relies on consistency at every level, in every camp, and for every player. From Scottsdale to Boca Chica, the philosophy remains the same.
From an early standpoint, when you first get drafted, they want everybody to feel included. They want everybody to play like a team. So in off-season strength and conditioning camps, they get guys together and they're very good at having us mesh early on and learning what it takes to play like a Giant and play like a team so that when we get up to the big leagues, it's no different. We're just there to contribute to the overall picture of winning another World Series.
Ready? Indian run? If you want to, you can. Just don't let me beat all of you. Yeah, just don't let me beat all of you.
Ultimately, it's not our job to teach them how to be successful minor league players. Our job is to help them become and be successful major league players. And I think that when that is the message, and when the work that you're doing, whether it be in the Dominican or in rookie ball, is consistent with what you're doing at the big league level, it reinforces that message.
Whether they are optimizing technique, educating about nutrition, or guiding them through the ups and downs of the game, the entire staff is invested in every player's journey.
Once you wear a uniform, to me, I take their career personal. I mean, I live their career through me. If they fail, I feel like I did the same thing.
They're just as passionate about us succeeding on the field as we are. when you have a team like that behind you, it makes it, you know, getting to the next level and becoming a better player that much easier.
From the front office down to coaches and players, they do a tremendous job. The way they develop us from spring training on, they keep a close eye on us and they understand what we need to do to get better. And they do a great job of being transparent with us and saying, hey, this is, you know, some of your weaknesses and this is what you need to get better at, and we're here to help.
It takes a lot of people working on your side. You can't do it alone.
You become family with these players, and you want everyone in your family to have every opportunity that they can to succeed, and you get really excited when you see them succeed. So that's definitely a priority for me, is meeting them on an individual level, learning what makes them tick, and then giving them some things that can become positive impacts in their career.
We don't only tell the kid, all right, you got to do this and this. We tell them why they're doing it. You know, we don't want them just to do it just because we say. We want them to understand why they're doing certain things.
I think it's really cool that they go on the runs with us and do everything with us. It really just kind of shows how much they're a part of all this, not just showing us or telling us what to do. They're actually doing it with us.
Let's go.
I'm too competitive not to. I'm going to be there competing right alongside of them. I want to push them.
They're doing it, and they're doing it with us. And I mean, for me, that makes me push harder because I don't want to feel like I'm too far behind all the trainers, you know.
We're not looking for fame. We're not looking for, you know, any of the glamour. If we feel like we can help them succeed or be a little bit healthier or make some better decisions over the course of the year, and that positively impacts them and helps them be on the field more so that we can win, that's what we're all about.
Can you dial back in the memory banks and recall what it was like going to your first big league spring training?
Sort of, yeah. I guess it has been a little while now, but...
Yeah, honestly, I was a little bit overwhelmed. I mean...
Definitely, I had some nerves.
Super nervous coming to camp.
Being a Giants fan and seeing some of the guys that were in there was pretty cool. A little bit overwhelming, but mostly pretty cool.
You know, there was players like Randy Johnson in camp, Randy Wynn, Rich Aurelia.
Like right when I walk in, first guy that comes up to me was Buster. He's like, hey, I'm Buster. I'm like, yeah, I know you are. I'm pretty sure you don't need to introduce yourself.
You know, I'm showing up to camp. I was 22 years old, and I'm in a room with a bunch of 35-year-olds. And
the feel in the clubhouse when you walk in, you just see all these big names, and like you're there. It's like I'm actually with these guys, like we're teammates for this moment in time.
No idea what to expect. I think I went in just with the attitude that I was going to be all ears and eyes, and just watch and kind of keep my mouth shut and follow suit.
You know, for me, I think looking back, if I could have handled anything a little bit better, that would have been, you know, taking care of myself and being prepared and not feeling so overwhelmed and just enjoy the game.
You step up in a game-defining moment. Your heartbeat accelerates. Your adrenaline is pumping. Your body appears calm, but you're amped up, ready to compete.
Here's the pitch.
To harness this energy, you must understand it.
You're gonna press on your initials until you see the lights. Pull your shirt up. The shirts that you just put on, those are called Zephyr shirts. It's a bio harness, all right? What that looks at and what it can show me live or after you guys are done working out is going to be your heart rate. It's going to look at how many calories you burned. It's going to look at how well you accelerate when you're running through these agility drills. If you throw a baseball, I can see how many G-forces you create every time you throw a baseball. If you're taking a swing, I can see how many G-forces you create every time you take a swing. It gives me your workload for each day. Mechanical load is how many swings and throws or sprints. Physiological load is how hard your body has to work to do all of the work that you're asked to do on the field, all right?
In the last 3 years, sports science has become an invaluable asset to the Giants' medical staff, utilizing the best available technology to collect physiological data to help players reach peak performance and recovery. In other words, this information helps players know what their body needs and when they need it.
just to be able to track, you know, what you're doing physically day in and day out as a player, especially, you know, playing at the highest level. You're playing 162 games a year, and there's not many days off, so you've got to get your body ready to go every single day.
There's some guys that think that this is very cutting edge and are very excited and gravitating towards it. There's some guys that are kind of dipping their toe in the water a little bit just to feel it out. I just want to be at a place where I can provide them with the best possible knowledge that I can give them from my experiences and my education and training to say, hey, here's some things that I think can help you, and educate them on that.
From hydration and heart rate to nutrition and training, this technology provides new insight to the game like never before.
It helps me answer questions in terms of what I'm going to do with a player on that given day, because things evolve, things change.
Evolution isn't instantaneous, and workout programs aren't apply all. Sports science helps the staff create individualized plans for each player in the system.
So now all of a sudden, when I go to build a training program for, let's say, a Brandon Crawford or a Joe Panik, they're going to look completely different, because each guy has different issues, each guy has different needs based on what their body is telling us.
You want to make sure that you build on their strengths and don't try to create cookie-cutter players. The uniqueness of them is sometimes the difference maker for them to have success.
Everybody's body's different. You know, the way my body reacts is going to be different than the 6 other guys who are in our bullpen or the 24 other guys who are in that clubhouse. You have to have a pretty good understanding of what your body needs to keep you healthy and allow you to be successful. And then once you have grasped that, you really have to be disciplined enough to, you know, stay the course throughout the full major league season, even in the off season.
You know, for me, over the last couple of years, the most important thing I've learned is that you need to be strong in those months of September and, you know, hopefully October, November, playing in the postseason, to where you can be, you know, at your best.
Let it work. Let it work. Nice job, boys.
This is a competition, and, you know, there's people really pushing it out there, and there's going to be some soreness that comes along. The better they recover, the more chances they have to be on the field, and then their performance is their performance. Their performance will take over. They're very skilled at what they do, and that gives them the opportunity to really shine.
The healthier you are, the more games you play in. The more games you play in with how good you guys are, the more we win. Number one priority, winning.
I think that's why this organization as a whole has done so well over the past 5 or 6 years, is because everybody seems to be on the same page and the same goal, and that's to keep everybody out on the field as much as possible. And everybody has the goal of, you know, winning a World Series championship in mind.
This is just feedback to you. It allows you to ask yourself as a man and as a professional, what choices am I making that are helping me recover every day during the season, so that when I step on the field, I'm fresher than the guy I'm looking in the eyes.
Go ahead.
Hey, Brandon. Hey. Hey, first of all, congratulations, man. You're in the big league. You'll be out there opening day. Oh, well. You know, well earned. You've done a great job, and it's been a lot of fun watching you. It's a pleasure to tell you the news here. And we talked yesterday, and we're going to go forward with you, and because you're going to make us a better club. But you know, it's something you've earned, and you know, something you've worked very hard for. So very excited to have you on our club. So welcome, and let's have some fun now. All right.
Good job, Bill. Good job, B. Good job.
You did good, kid.
Thank you.
You did good, man.
Good job. Appreciate it.
Congrats, man. All right.
Go get him. I gotta take this thing. Hold on. Can't go out there like that. Good work.
Hey, give me a hug before you go out there. Give me a minute. Nice going.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
It's a dream come true, but then the next part of that journey is only beginning, which is, you know, a drive and a desire to stay in the big leagues and have success. The challenge is never ending.
While the system is designed to provide the players every opportunity to succeed, ultimately, it is up to each individual to decide their own fate.
You have a powerful desire within you, like a burning desire. You know, you search for every avenue to accomplish those goals.
It's tough, and I think that's why you have to have that ambition and that drive to want to stay up here, because a lot of people will be happy with just making it. But I think you can't be content with that, and you can never really feel like you've made it.
I think for me, it's always that thought of, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna make it.
You try to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You try to, you know, get up each day and understand the goal, understand your dream. It makes it a little bit easier to get off that 12-hour bus trip at 3 in the morning and then have to go play a 7 o'clock game, and your body's not feeling great, but you get to stand on the mound and say, man, I love this game.
It's a different journey for everybody. Everybody has a different path. That's one of the things that makes this game so great is, you know, you ask a team of 25 guys about their story to the big leagues, and you've got 25 different answers.
We all have a certain window to play this game, so I try to keep that in perspective. Maybe if I'm dragging one day in the off season with workouts, try to remember that there will be a day that I'm not going to have the opportunity to play at the major league level anymore. So try to make the most out of the time that I do have right now.
As kids, we all share the same dream. Despite the odds, we set out on a journey that constantly pushes back, testing your determination. You may stumble, you may falter, but you never lose sight of the dream. The dream to reach the top of the game, to compete against the elite, to play amongst the 10%.